It's annoying.
What?
The way they attach these fucking lids now.
Do you know what? It happens with almost everything.
Every bottle's jarring, isn't
With
it?
the milk.
What, milk?
I found myself battling with the milk and that.
I even know milk. What milk? What oat milk and that you mean?
Yeah, even though, bro.
I'm still on cow's milk.
You know how
cow's
it's got two
normal
bits
thing.
in here? See how it's got this middle bit here, and it's got the top bit. Bro, I literally had to take off that whole.
It's jarring. Every time I just end up doing this, and just twisting it off like it's jarring.
It's jarring. But yeah,
We're live, yeah.
we're back.
Wait.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here, man.
It's official now.
Yeah, man. Episode 2.
We done the first one, and now obviously they're seeing episode 2.
Yeah, positive feedback as well from the first one, so happy with that.
100%. Just keep supporting.
Yeah, man. Keep sending us in comments. Yeah, and interacting, man.
But for those who don't know who we are, Let's Be Real podcast. Your boy Pricey.
And Wade.
Yeah. If it's your first time, obviously we're talking about real life issues. Obviously gonna have some banter as well, because you know that's just what we do, innit? It's just banter, innit? Sometimes.
Of course.
So yeah.
Topic today,
we're gonna be talking about
fatherhood, right?
who introduced the last one?
I think it was you, bro.
I feel like I'm introducing a lot.
I know you're trying to take over, innit? Like,
You said,
I'm the guest. I feel like I was the guest as well. Innit? Am I a guest or am I like a co-host? What's going on? But yeah, we're doing fatherhood, innit? So, yeah, fatherhood, man. Where do you think we should start? I think we should start from probably our father, innit? Rather than us with our kids. You know what I mean?
What father?
I'm saying that's where we should start from, innit? That's how we
true.
knew about fathers, innit? In this world, so...
Before we go, but obviously we're gonna talk a little bit about upbringing, innit, as well, because we feel that obviously upbringing affects how we parent.
100%.
Do you agree?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So even going back to the first episode that we done,
Yeah.
I feel that everything just links.
100%.
Especially when we're talking about trauma.
Yeah.
You
It
know.
all goes back to the root.
But yeah, our father. Let's talk about our father.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Jamaica.
Yeah. And there's a reason why we call him father and not dad as well.
Father.
Because there's a big difference between father and dad. Like,
Yeah.
if we can start with that.
Yeah.
Father, obviously biological. Dad is someone that raised you. Don't have to be blood. The dad could be your mum. Like most, well, not most, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of people out here, their dad is their mum. Do you get what I mean? So,
facts.
yeah, our father, born and raised in Jamaica, come over when he was, how old?
I think he was 6 or 9.
About 6 or, yeah, between 6 and 9. Yeah.
Somewhere around that age.
Yeah.
Came over with grandma.
Yeah.
I actually, do you know what's so mad? I actually found the Windrush. No, she didn't come on the Windrush. She come on another boat. I can't remember the name of it.
But it's that generation though.
Yeah. And it shows her name on it. I found the actual file of her name.
Wow.
And yeah, it must have been obviously the time when she came over with dad. Unless dad come at a different time, but I'm sure they come together.
Might come together, I think, yeah.
So yeah, talking about our dad, the mad thing is that if we be real, our dad didn't know he's dad.
No. But let's break down our trauma, not trauma, but our account of it first. So obviously dad had 6 kids with, well, father, should I say, had 6 kids with our mum.
With our mum, yeah, with our mum.
Yeah. Altogether, what we know about is that there was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Amber.
Yeah. Amber sadly passed away, long before I was born.
R.I.P. Amber.
Yeah. So yeah, 11 that we know about. Probably is more out there, to be honest. There's so much people that you bump into. Like, well, you kind of look similar to me.
Just about to say that.
Who's your dad? Yeah, we think
that's
it's
a common
mad.
thing, isn't
yeah.
it?
Or some kind of family, especially with the Caribbean. It's like you never know. Like, does your wife actually know about what you're doing? Like, you could have just been on a mad thing, going out there and reckless, and it's been like, Raj, you know what? I'm even getting trapped, even as men in general. Like, how many girls could trap you if you're moving sloppy out there? And you don't even know about.
It's true, because you could literally just go Birmingham tomorrow and find a gal.
And she's just like, yeah, do you know what? I'm getting to the age, I just want to have a ute, so I don't even care. I'm going to have a one night stand, have a ute. Some girls are wild like that as well.
Or you could just go up there, do a madness, come back. You you just left the girl,
Yeah.
she could have raised you and not even contact
And you don't even know.
you.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just that we know of, let alone what
Yeah.
he knows of. Like he might.
So
have
for the record, we've got 11 of us, but there's probably 25
or 30.
or 30.
100%.
But yeah,
But he was with mum for a long period of time, innit?
he was with
On and
mum.
off.
Mum was his main
Woman.
His main woman. You know. Yeah, our dad was wild, man. Cause like, do you even know about the story? Like, I want to share the story, man. Even the story with like Cleve and Daniel. It's crazy.
Oh, about at the hospital.
No, not even a hospital. When he was in Brixton.
Oh yeah, and he tried to make out
In
like
Brixton.
he tried to make out as the
And
other child.
Yeah, bro.
That's wild, isn't
Mum's
it?
friend saw him with the baby and was like, "Oh, look at Cleve! Oh, look at him! He looks lovely."
Yeah.
And then Dad just went along with it. It was just like, yeah.
And it weren't even
Cleve.
Cleve.
Big. These times it wasn't even our brother Cleve.
It was above
It was
Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah, that's mad.
But obviously they're so close in age.
Yeah,
It's mad.
it's mad.
Who does that?
It's mad.
Who does that? Really though, when you really think about it now, imagine that now, these days now. That's wild.
No, but he's probably thinking it's fire right now. I know that's Les's brethren.
Yeah.
It's peak.
He
like.
knew because
She will blow up my thing.
because she went back and she said to Mum, yeah, I saw Cleve.
Yeah, there's so Cleve up there in Brixton. Cleve weren't in Brixton.
Cleve won it, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm saying
Bad.
wild like that.
Bagged. Bagged.
That's why it's mad. When you think back, you think, as much as me being a father now, I know I would never be like dad, innit? I know how certain man them are. That's why my brethren are wild, bro. Like, they're mad things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But that, do you know what it is though? That was different times though. We have to talk about that because
no, I think it's every time.
No, but I'm saying back then, because I think I've spoken to other black men around that age, and they said that those times when they came over or when they grew up, obviously England was like
Yeah,
racist, bro.
yeah,
So when they came over, the women, obviously, they were attracted though. So literally, they would have like women throwing themselves.
yeah. I know, but I think
So-
but I think it's the same as anywhere, though, man. Like any generation, I think at that time that might have been an excuse to use, but now there's men out here doing mad things now, bro.
True.
So I just think you can't really say generation. I think it's just life in general. There's men that go out there and are just sleaze bags, bro, and there's men that just ain't, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, true.
It's just that real.
Because
Like,
there was probably man back then that weren't like
that. Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
It's true.
So I don't think it is down to generation. I think it's more that generation where your woman would stick by you. So even down to like mum, she would rather just be like, do you know what? You're a little rare,
Yeah.
but I'm not having kids with another person. That you're just gonna be the father of my children.
I've just realised Dad sold me a dream, fam. I fell for that excuse, man.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm
fell
saying.
for
You
it.
actually fell for it.
I've just realised now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We feel mad. Like, it's just everyone's like that. It's just like that in general.
You got me still. You got me. Because he's still alive
Yeah,
as well. He's out. He's here.
that we know of. I don't know. I ain't spoke to
Now
him.
he's alive.
Oh no, I
100%.
ain't spoke to him for 2 years. So I don't know.
100%. He's alive. And that's what's wild. Don't you find that? But that's what I'm saying. Me as a father now, I find it weird if I just didn't speak to my kids or didn't have no relationship with my kids. But that's why I have to think I don't know, he must just think different. Like, I don't understand.
Should I tell you how I knew? Should I tell you how I knew that he was just a waste man? Because I would link him at a young age. I remember the earliest memory I have of dad, yeah, is when I went to stay with him for a little while. So I stayed with him for a weekend or something. And it was my birthday. The following week, I would never be at his house for my actual birthday. No way.
Yeah.
But like a week before or something.
was though.
Yeah.
I don't think he
like a
knew
week
about
before or
birthday
something, I was like, and he's like, yeah. It was like, yeah, Dad, my birthday on Saturday. When I think back now, he probably didn't even know it was my birthday, like you say. But he's just thinking, right, all right, cool. It's like, yeah, we'll go shop. We went Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I remember Zap Zone in Streatham. Oh, Zap Zone.
Zap Zone was
sick, innit? Remember Zap Zone? Yeah. Obviously, I see
With the jackets, and the jackets.
Man, see that in Toys R Us. It was only about
Zap Zone.
It was only about
Try to get rid of
7.
Zap Zone.
It was about 7 or 8. See the Zap Zone thing. I'm like, Dad, I want that thing. Get me? It's like a Bill 50 or something. Something light for your son on his birthday. Bill 50. It's like, I got to phone your mother, innit? Phone the mother first and see if it's like, all right. And I always thought back and thought, why? Like, Why can't you just buy him the thing? Why you got to phone my mum and say, is it alright if I buy this for him? But also, I remember the phone call. I remember phoning mum and saying, it's alright. My mum brushed him like, what do you mean, is it alright? What's up for his birthday? Don't fucking buy him anything. Buy him that. Do you know what I mean?
You know, he was hoping. He's hoping.
He just said, nah, it's too much, or something.
Mum didn't answer.
Like, I don't want to go
Mum
back.
didn't answer, so I don't have to.
Wow. Anyway, he bought me the thing, but that's my first memory of him. Then later, when I got older, and obviously man's out on the roads, whatever it is, I linked him, and he was saying to me, yeah, like, I said, I tried to have a deep, you know when you try and deep it to understand why he is the way he is? I said to him, like, why are you like that? I didn't even have kids at the time, but I was saying to him...
Okay, so you actually had that...
Yeah, I had the conversation with him.
So
I said to him, like, these times I didn't have no kids with myself, innit? But I said to him, why are you, like, the way you are? He's like, do you know what it is, son? Like, I'm always there, innit? I'm always at the end of the phone. You could phone me at any time. You could come and link me, you know where I live. Like, why do I have to always engage? And I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever, innit? That's what you're saying, innit? Cool. So, you change the number all the time. Bro. I'm like, call it. Take my number, innit? You got my number now, so on you, innit? You shot me, innit? Man still didn't phone me.
But remember, and a lot of people can agree with this as well, because I've heard people say it, like, that generation, they ain't calling, man. And that might even just be the Caribbean. Bro, no one's dad is calling them. I got brethren that told me the same thing.
No, but I think it's a Caribbean thing.
They have to reach out.
I don't know. I don't want to tarnish Caribbean like that.
No, for real.
I don't want to tarnish it. It's just some people are like that.
No, but I'm saying a lot of different cultures say the same thing. I'm saying that generation is like that. So I'm saying I don't know whether we can use that and say, he's a bad dad because of that. Because at the end of the day, what he's saying, I've heard myself say that, and I won't class myself as a bad dad. I would just say, I've said that. Like, I'm here, innit, if you need me. You know, I've used that term. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing.
Yeah. And if I deep it more, I could think it could be getting caught up with life in general. And then when your son says that to you, it might touch a nerve. You might be like, wow. I'm here, like, phone me, like, boom, 100%. Boom, boom. So I get it. But at the same time, now I am a father. I don't think I'll let it get to that stage where my son's saying to me that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I can't say for me, because obviously what's weird as well is that both of our relationships with dad are different.
Yeah,
because obviously when I was young, dad was around a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember him being there. I remember him like coming around, us going for walks and having a chat. So it's like I remember those times. So I still have that love there a bit. Even though everything has happened.
No, that's because you had it at vital years, that young age you can remember. Like I say, my earliest memory.
But the mad thing is I didn't have him as in like, the earliest I can remember is probably Old Hospital Close.
But how old is you? What was it age-wise?
So Old Hospital Close, I moved there when we was what? I was 11.
I was...
Year 7.
I was 3, innit?
Yeah, so I was year 7. So I'm saying, around, after that was it. There was no like, there's no really...
But how long was that period? So year 7, how long would you say that period was that he was around?
I can't even remember.
No, but before Old Hospital, so you were saying... But I remember you not saying about like, Kambala, where his stag was in the garage and he was always coming to the yard or stayed there. There must be times where you woke up in the morning.
No, but that's what's weird. It's because even though dad's stuff was there, like
you can't remember him living there. Yeah,
I don't remember dad like being in the sitting room of us having dinner together.
Yeah,
it wasn't. That's why I say it's like it's a weird one with dad, isn't it? But I spoke to one therapist one time and she asked me something about my dad and I said, don't really have a connection with my dad. She was like, why? I said, he's just not been active or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Throughout my life. He was there a little bit when I was young, but he hasn't really been there. She was like, so...
Did he have a dad?
Yeah. She was like, does he have a dad?
And
I was like, no, you don't know his dad. She said, well... How can you expect him to know?
No, to an extent, but it's
wait. What I'm saying, how can you expect him to know how to be a dad if you don't even know his dad?
I understand that, but you got to remember, yeah. You can say I ain't not a dad. Doesn't mean that I'm learning how to be a dad because I know how a dad should be. Just because the generation before and he didn't have a dad, why couldn't he have been like me and been like, I'm never going to be like this guy I've never met. I'm going to make sure I'm in my kids' lives.
True. Because
So it's not an excuse, bro.
So you would say, okay.
Because I'm doing the same thing now.
Yeah, but all right. So what would you say that made you want to be a good dad?
Not having a dad.
Okay, so you're saying because he didn't have a dad, why didn't you think the same thing?
Exactly. And on top of that, you can't really think of that him not having a dad because Nanny had a husband. He had a stepdad. He took his stepdad's name. So it's like he still had a father figure in his household, bro. It wasn't a single mum like us growing up with a single parent in a household. There's no excuse for me anyway. Even from a better place, just outside the box looking in, you can't. Them excuses don't wash with me.
Yeah,
bro.
true.
Do you know what I mean? It just don't wash, man.
True. I don't know. With dad, I think as I got older, and then obviously when you're young, you can get manipulated. That's why a man said to me,
Yeah, you can get manipulated easy.
and we're throwing their sauce
Yeah.
at them, and I believed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which they probably were, but you can't use that as an excuse. But I started listening to his advice. Say like when I was having issues with my previous partners, whatever, I would go to him and he would like give me advice.
And it's the worst person
And
as
then
well.
I would listen to the advice. Now I look back and I think
That was shit.
that advice was mad.
I
But
would
at the time, I was still very young.
Just
innit?
mad.
Still.
I remember advice he gives me, for instance. I'll give you this advice. That I would never say this to my son. Yeah, never. When I looked at him, I just wanted to punch him in his face, like, you thick or something. Like, don't even prove that you're a man. But listen to the advice he said to me. He's like, son, the key to life, what you have to do, bro, is find a good woman that will look after you.
No way he said
I
that.
swear to God. And I said to him, and he said to me about the missus he was with at the time.
It explains
look,
a lot, though.
He says like, look, like, even her, she's got a good job. Like, we bought a house, rare. So I understood where we was going with it, but I'm like, speaking to your son and trying to make him be a man, you're not going to say go and find a good woman that's going to look after you. You need to,
100%.
that's what you say to your daughter. Find a man that is going to look after you and treat you right.
Treat you good.
You don't say, as a man, I'm going to go and find a good woman to look after me. What are you talking about? Am I...
No, but
Do you mean?
you know what? It depends in what kind of context he kind of says it, though.
That's the way he said it.
Because it could work both ways. Because in hindsight, we do need to find a good woman that's going to look after us.
No,
as much,
no.
listen,
Support
as
you,
much- no,
not look after.
the same. It works both ways, though.
Nah, man, I don't agree with that. I think it's supporting. Like,
your-
every man is a good
So
woman.
your woman doesn't need to look after you as well.
Yeah, to an extent, but I'm saying the things he said after about having a good job and buying a house, it's not supporting as in emotionally or mentally supporting you as a wife. He's talking about materialistic things as in her wealth.
Okay.
It's not
So
as
very
in, like,
specific.
do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I mean. It's what in what context.
Like, in a normal
I'm saying-
context, of course, you need a good woman to support you.
Yeah.
But I believe old fashioned, isn't it? You're meant to be the main
100%.
person that
100%.
upholds the whole family.
100%.
And you're relied upon, isn't it? It ain't, I'm relying on a woman, but find a good woman to look after me. What do you mean? I'm not.
100%. 100%.
It's like, it's
But
mad.
at the same time, it does actually work both ways. So I feel that even though Dad was a confused man as well at the same time. He was a confused man and inexperienced. I feel, you know.
I think we all are though, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you come from a single parent household, you're definitely experienced, isn't it? Like,
You know, inexperienced as in like, I don't think he even knew how to really love like that. I don't feel he was taught. I feel like
I don't think you're taught to love, man. You're
don't
born.
think?
No, you're born with love. You're born with hate. You're born with fear. These are emotions that you're born with, bro.
Yeah, you're born with it, but that has to get nurtured though.
Yeah.
Because we are the way we are with our kids because we know how we know. Do you understand?
But I think that's human nature.
No, but we've still been taught.
I know. To an
going
extent,
back-
you're saying nurtured. I get what you're saying, but
because
it's
going
still.
back to what we were saying in the last episode. Remember, we was talking about. I lost my trail of thought, but we was talking about. I think. Re-jog my memory. Sorry, 1 second.
What grief? Last episode.
Yeah, not the whole episode, but what was he just saying just now about? I just lost my thoughts for 1 second.
Talking about dad, innit? So you're saying that he needs to be nurtured in love and get taught love, but he went. You don't think he was taught or something?
Okay, so I remember.
Do you think he might have had a bad childhood?
Even though obviously he was raised with
a 2-parent household. It could have been traumatic.
Remember, it's different being raised with a. It's probably different being raised by a man that isn't your dad, as well. Because remember that love, it's not the same, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, our love was learnt just from our mum, innit?
Not really, though.
How? Who else was it learnt by?
No, but I still, even though dad was the way he was, I still felt dad loved man. It's a weird one. Even though he didn't show it, as in like, he's always there. He's always there. You see when I was around him, yeah, I felt that love.
No, do you know what it is with dad? Well, I'm honest, I need to stop calling him dad as well, with this man. How I saw it with him, yeah, is like, you know, almost like you're like you're a car, bro. Or like you're like a Tom or a Bezel. So he's with you, he's like, my son, man. Come, man, my brethren. See his brethren, yeah, it's my little son, man. Boom, 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 boom. It's like he's trying to show you off as in like, yeah, I made this. This is me.
I never got that.
That's what I got from him. So it was never like a thing where I felt the love from you directly. You see with my son, I'm never going to show him off like that. I'll be like, yeah, this is my son. It's hard to explain, but do you get what I mean? It's like he tried to show me off almost.
I suppose
like a trophy rather than...
I suppose everyone's got their own experience.
It's weird. I
think we're both going to have our own experience
with him.
Dad.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why I say I think you're in love because at a young age, you still had that connection, kinda. You still have that feeling, innit? Whereas with me,
I don't finished.
Like I got certain love for some youth workers, bro. Do you get what I mean? More than my dad, blood. I'll be honest with you. Like old school youth workers that used to take man out on residentials or like, do you get what I mean? Have spent I've been more of a father figure in my life than my actual father, bro. It taught me a lot of values more than he has. So it's weird. Do you know what I mean? I don't know about you, but is there other men in your life that you've grown up with that have shown you core values, a fundamental foundation, more than your dad?
100%. I would say I learned that probably in youth club.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's from Andrew. Big up Andrew and Wilson.
See?
Yeah.
Fundamentals.
Learned a lot from, and obviously Robski, the big man from Providence. Yeah, learned a lot there, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Learned a lot there.
So imagine them people weren't there. Imagine them people weren't there.
It's not even them directly teaching you as well. It's just them showing.
Not just being a normal man, innit? Like just being a man.
Like showing you like how to, I don't know, it's not directly teaching you, innit? It's just like you look at them and think.
No, it is.
You're positive.
No, I think it is still teaching. I think that's why it's always kind of like, not tarnished, but they discredit youth workers a lot. They don't understand how much they actually do for young people. Like for us, by example, thinking about it now and talking about it, makes you realise, wow, you taught me like a lot of things without even knowing that you're teaching me. Just being a teacher.
Yeah.
Like you probably get that now, even you being a qualified teacher. There's probably a lot of students that you said to them, why did you move like that? Or a certain scenario happens, you're like, why did you think like that? Why didn't you just do this? Or you probably had an impact on so many kids' lives that you don't even know.
100%.
And they get to a certain age now and they realise and be like, well, Mr. Price showed me, from early, showed me this. And do you get what I mean?
But that's the thing, just like you say, I don't think we know we're doing it.
Yeah, you don't even know you're doing it.
That's deep though.
It is deep. And why it's mad is...
Because it's very deep because just like how we say about the youth workers and whatever, they're just like coming to work, working with us, whatever. Yeah. They don't even understand
what they're doing, the impact on their lives, yeah. Some of them do. But at the same time, in general, as humans in general, bro, even if we go deeper, positive and negative, I didn't realise, only like when I got married, I spoke to one of my old school brothers that I spoke to for a minute. Do you know what I mean? But it's always love when I see him. And I won't say his name and that, but man, see him, invited him to my wedding, and he even said, bro, you don't understand. You see that back in the day when you was doing your thing, you even inspired me. Because I'm seeing you, you're thinking, wow, this, like, you're doing this, you're doing that. And I thought, so you don't realise the influence you have on people anyway, 100%. Whether it's positive or negative. And you don't even realise it, you're just doing your thing.
Yeah. No.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
So, I don't know, man. I think you've big up all the youth workers out there, man. And Rishi Sunak needs to put some funding in because...
I know, taking away the youth clubs is
mad.
Wild. It's wild.
It's mad.
Especially with, like, the amount of, like, single
parents,
households
man.
And stuff.
Trust me.
We need them male role models, man. That's why I got into teaching, to be honest, man. just to, I don't know, just to be there for them and just try and nurture them, because obviously you feel like you come from the same place as them.
Yeah, you can relate.
So it's easy for them to look at me and be like, oh, I can be like Mr. Price.
Yeah.
He's the same colour as man.
Yeah.
Or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
from the same place, same
100%.
area. Yeah. 100%.
Well, how would you say that? Looking at our background with our dad and whatever, how would you say that's impacted you as a father? I know we kind of touched on it.
That's why I say negative and positive, because it's helped me be a better father. That's why I can't. That's why even though I discredit him and say, yeah, I wouldn't care if he passed or whatever, it's still like, you've made me a better man because I want to be a better man than you. So it's still affected my life.
And what things do you do?
Just support, man. Like, even little in general, like, my son is only 5, bruv. And he says things like, Dad, you know, I appreciate you. I'm like, what? He's 5, bruv. So yeah, I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate that. Like, I could do something stupid, bro. Like, buy him, like...
That's amazing.
Like, bro, amazing. I could buy him, like, some silly, like, football cards, bro, from Tesco. Like, yeah, he's building up his binder of all his football cards. Like, Dad, I really appreciate it, you know. I needed to get the golden baller. Or I needed to get that. I appreciate it, Dad. Or we went Devon not too long ago.
Yeah.
Dad, I really appreciate the
Memories.
holiday. And I'm like, raw. I'm like,
Memories,
you don't realise what impact you have.
100%. I think even with Kamar, the same thing. I think we, just going back to what we're saying, people always watching, innit? What we was watching, youth workers. So you see our kids, they're watching us now.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like everything we do, they're looking, and it's making an impression on them.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful on how you speak.
That's right.
How you move,
that's why it goes
how
back
you talk to women.
to the first episode.
So many different things.
So it goes back to the first episode. I said when I saw the video about your first child grows with you. Especially if you have a child young, they're statistically more likely to be the most successful because they've seen you at your worst. When you're new to this, you don't know nothing about parenthood, and you just got to try and freestyle and just run with it. That's what we're doing, isn't it, as fathers now. We're actually freestyling because we ain't got the template. We can go off other things that we've seen, but it's like we ain't got like no blueprint of how to be the greatest father.
No, we haven't, and that's the thing. That's what I even said to the mother of my children. I don't like calling them baby moms, but the mother of my children, innit?
There's no blueprint.
Yeah, there's no like, we're learning as we go along, innit? You know, we're learning to be better fathers. We ain't gonna get it right straight away, you know. And like even little things like, that's why I say, how does our upbringing impact it? Because I remember getting beatings, when I was young, yeah. And the mad thing was, I don't want to feel Dad was even
knew what he was doing.
No, I'm that mad aggressive. I saw Dad as quite soft, personally. And I feel that Mum was more
aggressive. Yeah.
On smoke. Just wants to mash us up. Do you know what I mean? But obviously we was with her the blunt of the time, innit? So my man can come in and just be calm. Do you understand? But it was more like, you need to beat them.
But you say what's even more mad?
But listen,
go on.
That's what I'm saying. That impacted me as a father, because when I had my children, everyone says it's cliche. It's like, I'll
beat your kids.
Smacking, not beat. I'll never beat my kids, but I'm saying I'll be like, if my kids are doing something really, I'll smack them.
Yeah,
smack them.
yeah.
And then in myself, even though
it feels mad.
Them, I didn't feel
it feels
good.
mad. Yeah, that's what that point I was gonna say. Because even me, I tried not to. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna slap my kids. Like, but you know when they keep on pushing and pushing, and men in general, we ain't got the temperament to like be with them all day and just jarring, bruv. Because kids in general at certain ages are jarring, and they do little things. You tell them once, tell them twice, tell them 1,000 times, still doing the same thing. So you think, you know what? The only way they're gonna learn is if I slap you, bruv. I slapped my daughter once, bro. I felt so bad after. It's like I thought like it's mad. It made me think like I never got beatings like that when I was young, but it makes me think like how do people actually do it frequent? Because me, I only hit my daughter probably about less than 3 times. No, less than 3 times, bro. Less than 3 times in her whole life. She's 9.
I'm gonna have to confirm this with her.
You can confirm it. Less than 3 times. You understand? But it's like that space over that period of time, like it's mad.
Nah, I've hit my kids a few.
Like how often was you getting beaten?
Me. Brother.
Every week or?
You know, that's like a whole. We need to do like a whole.
That must be. Is that not psychopath behavior
We
though?
need to do a whole podcast
Well, but is that not
on beating.
Is that not psychopathic behavior though?
Brother.
To be able to beat your kids like every
Telling
week.
you,
It's mad. That is mad, you know.
Let's just touch on it. One time I got beaten, yeah, bro, for half an hour, non-stop.
How do you know it's half an hour?
That's what it felt like.
With
bro.
these extenders running the back
Obviously,
on.
usually they say fights are like 30 seconds or
Yeah,
whatever. But
quick
obviously,
thing.
you're not fighting.
Yeah.
But it's like quick, like over and if.
So it
seemed
felt like half an hour.
It felt like it was like never ending.
How old is
Not
you
like it
though?
would stop and it'll be like,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, oh my god, this is going on forever, and it's not even hurting like that. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's loud.
It's jarring, like, yeah.
It's stinging.
Yeah.
You know them one there. But Kirby will confirm this. We got beaten for about half an hour. Yeah, Mum was vexed. I don't know what we done.
But what age? What age is this?
We was living in Kambala.
Oh,
I
she's
remember
she's
going to bed early.
like 9.
We was in bed,
10.
and that's the worst thing. We was in bed early and beaten.
See.
I remember the curtains being drawn and the sunlight coming through, and we're getting beaten.
But then think back at it, Mum had 6 kids, bruv. So you got to think about it.
And none of us ended up in jail or nothing like
But
that.
imagine the stress. Think about her position.
No,
She's
of
probably
course.
thinking, you lot are just like
Of course.
too much. I don't think it's too much of just 2 of my. Obviously, I got a newborn, but the 2 normal kids, like of age,
It's wild.
it's wild.
It's wild.
Do
But
you know what I mean?
going back to what we're saying, yeah, I feel that's what I brought with me. And then I realized that wasn't the way. Because I feel that even with my son now, yeah, even as he gets older, he's 16 now. So it's like, even though I want to mash him up sometimes, it's like now,
You think it's
if I
not going to
move
help?
to him,
Yeah,
even though I say it to him all the time, it's like, I'll move to you,
yeah.
move to you. Yeah. Even though I'm in my head, I know I'm not going to
Move to him.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But him, I don't want him to. I feel that it knocks their confidence.
And
Do you understand? I don't want him to feel, because you got to understand. See, if you're doing that to a man,
yeah,
see when a man's on the road,
yeah,
you're not confident.
yeah. Of course.
Do you understand? If a man's
Yeah,
mashing you up or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? So it's like I don't want him to ever feel like a man's kind of,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll mash you
Or
up.
do some damage.
And he can't kind of, what are you talking
Fend for
about?
himself. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you understand? So I don't do it now. I avoid that. Just talk to him.
But then just like just the trauma in general, just the fear of like the threat could affect them. Not even physically doing it, just to talking of it.
Yeah.
I watched a thing a couple of days ago on Netflix. Eric, you seen Eric? Bruv, Eric's about a little boy, yeah. So it's a father and wife, and they'd like go through domestics and that. You don't hit the wife and that, but they're over arguing in the yard. Always drama. Little boy is 9. He says, you know what? It's cutting out, bro. He goes missing. Yeah? Man goes missing.
Oh, like he just, because he's had enough.
He's had enough. Just runs off, where, whatever. But long story short, obviously, spoiler alert. It's because he's scared of his dad. So in the end, the dad basically he used to do drawings and that. He does like the dad does like a puppet show on TV show, like CBeebies or something. He does like that kind of show thing, and the little boy made a character in it. Says, "Oh, we're gonna call this character Eric." It's like a big monster, but Eric's based on the dad. So like the dad being blunt, like, oh, whatever. He's got deep voice like this and all this stuff. So he based it on the dad. So the way the dad got the son back is he made that puppet, bro, and put it on the show. He said, "I'm gonna get the puppet on the show, and it's gonna make my son come back." And basically he said, "I'm sorry for the way I've been. Could have been a better father." So he learnt from the son guy missing.
Brother.
See what I mean? It's deep, bro. It's deep, bro.
Let's be real, yeah? There was one time, yeah, Kamar done a madness. I can't remember what it was. And he was out. Yeah? And then I said to him, I'm coming to your house now.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to mash you up. You know, like, mash
Yeah,
you up.
yeah.
Brother, man didn't come back.
Because the fear. Yeah.
He didn't come back. And obviously I had like location on his phone, innit? So I'm looking at the location. I can see like he's around the area, but he's not answering the phone. Not. And when I'm trying to ring him or go around look where the location is, I can't see anything. It's like he's under some bridge where you can't even stand. I'm all looking on the bridge thinking,
Where is he? Yeah, see that, yeah.
And brother, he didn't come back for long. And then he finally answered the phone and said, "Come Vauxhall." I'm at Vauxhall Station, so I ran round to Vauxhall Station. wasn't there, brother. My heart was in my mouth, bro.
Yeah, you know what's going on.
And then it got to a stage where it's like the whole aggression thing
Just fizzled.
went.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, do you know what?
Something got
I
safe.
just want you to come back.
Yeah.
And then he eventually just come back.
Mm.
And then we just spoke.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Mm.
But for that split moment, brother, he was gone.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got the power to just say, I'm not coming back then.
Yeah.
And literally out of the fear, and I asked him, like, why did you think that? He said, I was scared.
See?
So I was like, I don't want my son
To be
ever
scared of you.
scared, like.
Yeah.
I want him to just, so that
It's the
made
same-
me as a dad kind of change the way I deal with things now. Because that's what I'm saying. Man, we can't lie. I've seen you do it as well. We deal with things with aggression, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Straight away. That's our first go.
Reaction. It's
That's our first reaction. We just get aggressive. Like maybe it's the way we was just raised, isn't it? Like, but what's weird is that I didn't get that from dad though.
No, but do you know what I think it is? I think that aggression comes from the streets, man. If I'm honest, like dad was never really a street guy, or the streets weren't really. I don't know if he was. Obviously, I don't know him too well, but from what I know of, he weren't really a street guy. He never sold drugs or done anything like that. So it's like, I think with us, we've always known, man, I'm not a dickhead, bruv. You can't violate me in any way. I'm not having it. So any kind of confrontation, man's first thing is to mash you up then. Or we'll just fight on the grass over there, I don't mind. Or whatever it is, it's like, do you know what I mean? I think that's what's made us the way we are, innit? I think it's just a street element that's made us, because there's normal people, bro, that's working 9 to 5. They wouldn't even think of the aggression straight away. They're like, why are you speaking to your kids like that? Or why you don't speak to them and say to them, why are you doing this? Some of them are a bit too much. You see like them posh women and that, they're like, oh, I just give you a story the other day. So I left work, also working in school, innit? So when the kids have got picked up and I finished, innit? So I'm walking up the road. But the kid is going wild, yeah? Kid's only about, probably like my daughter's age, like 8, 9. Kids going wild, saying, no, going to Waitrose. Yeah? We're going to Waitrose. I'm like, no, I'm not going to Waitrose. I'm not going to say the kid's name for thing reason. I'm not going to Waitrose. Bro, the boy started booting the mum. Bro, when I mean booting the mum,
But this is something.
get off of me.
You see,
Booting her leg.
Though.
And almost like, calm down. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop. I'm like, you see, if that was me, the way I am bracking up, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird because it shows you different
but you know what it is?
level of parenting.
That isn't going to happen with man because...
They wouldn't dare to.
Yeah.
But that's what's wrong, because it's the fear. That's what I say. It's because they've raised them. They've raised them a certain way where they haven't beat them, or they haven't screamed at them and shouted at them. Everything's on a level like this, talking. Okay. For example, Adam. Why are you feeling like that? What's making you feel this way? Just talk to me. Why are you so emotional? What's making you feel angry? They talk things through. A lot of things are for talking therapy.
That the right way though?
It is, because I even saw a thing the other day, a clip of Big Nasty, yeah? And he said something deep, and I deeped it. I thought he said, see, in primary school, they always teach you, like, show your emotion. Show your emotion, like, just let it out. You can scream if you're happy. You can cry if you're sad. Just be happy. Then as soon as you go to secondary school, from the age of 11 to 15, so from 0 to 11, you're special emotions.
Free.
When you get to 11, they're like, no, don't act like that. You got to act like an adult now. You got to like hold in all this emotion.
But you know,
got to not express it. You got to not do this, not do that. So it's like it's making you so mad. So it might not even be parents, because when I think about it deeper than that, it could just be the way the world's designed. Like even with the school
it's
system.
regulation.
Yeah.
Because I used to talk to the kids about this. Like when I'm teaching them, I'll be like, listen, regulate your emotions, because there's always going to be something that's going to annoy you, or you ain't going to want to do something, or do you know what I mean? It's all about regulating. That's what I feel, and I feel that them reactions from kids or whatever, they're inevitable, bro.
Of course, no, human. Not even kids, human in general.
But the issue is that you see when it happens, see, because of our trauma, on our issues, we go back to aggression, and we go back to being angry. What are you doing this for? You must listen to me, because that's how man was dealt with.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say, it's good that we touched on this, is because we as parents, every generation just has to get better. And that's what I say to my son. I tell him, listen, I want you to be better
Better
than
than
me.
me. Yeah. 100%.
Your son's supposed to be better than you.
Yeah. 100%.
Do you understand?
100%. But even in general, just the technology and everything, they're due to be more intelligent, more thingy, everything. Like, so.
But not just intelligent. I think you just got to install them values in them, man. Like I try my hardest to push them and just try and make them understand why they're doing certain things as well. Because even when I was young, I didn't know why I was doing certain things.
No, but something.
I was just told to do it.
No, but just mad. You know, it gets to a certain age. Because obviously, my kids ain't the same age as your kids. But I'm realizing there's only certain things that don't show, like there's only certain things that your mind can fathom at the age. So you might try and teach your child something. I think they're actually taking it in. Like, yeah, you're actually deep in what I'm saying to you. But realistically, it's like that's just lecturing me, man. And it's hard to judge that because even like being an uncle, like my little nephew, I'm trying to say to him certain things like, "Bro, why don't you just do this?" or "Why are you doing that?" And when I realise when he's going to his bedroom, he's probably been like, "That my uncle was just like giving me that lecture, bruv." Like,
because they see it as that man's preaching.
Preaching, and then when they get to a certain age, they realise they'd be like, "Uncle, I love you. You know, you showed me back then. You was even telling me, but I weren't hearing it." But I'm like, you was hearing it because you're telling me that you heard it. But it's weird because in that mindset, they're thinking something completely different.
But I think that's all it is, though. I think you nipped it in the bud there. That's all it is.
The mindset.
And I've realised that. No, I'm saying as you're constantly telling them, and it's like you're planting seeds. That's what we're doing as parents, bro. We're just planting seeds. See, even us, we had seeds planted in us, bro. And you see at the right moment, that seed blossomed. Bro.
Yeah, you know what to do. Yeah.
You see when you must have times when you was with your friends, your friends are about to do a madness, and then you that seed comes and you're like, "Oh, my mum told me that."
That's mad. Yeah,
that's bad. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You man,
I'm gone.
going home. That's the seed. See, some kids, they don't have them seeds, bro.
Yeah,
They don't have them.
Hey.
So that's where I'm always like, this job as a father, let's just try and wrap it up. This job as a father is just like, it's a full-time job.
100%.
And it's non-stop. So man, even when man's getting frustrated, I'm telling my man, come on, things over. Even my daughter, like I'm telling them over and over again, over and over again. Why I say come on more? Because he's a man, innit? He's gonna be a man. But just keep doing it. Instead of man getting vexed and getting to that point, I told you last week.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move to you now. No. Just tell man again.
On top of that, shout out to all the mums as well, because the mums, bruv, like, I realise I ain't got the temperament, bruv.
You need that balance though, innit?
Yeah, but I'm saying mums in general, like, because even with us, yeah, even though I live with my wife and whatnot, and all that stuff, I'm always going to work, innit? My wife's always at home with the kids. I think, like, bruv, I can stay with the kid for 24 hours and be like, I don't know how you do it. Like, women in general, if we're finding it hard not to go mad,
we need them though.
like, you got to big them up as well. So shout out to all the women out there as well, because I don't know how you lot do it, bruv. Like, it's mad. But yeah, parenthood.
But I'm saying, yeah, this definitely needs a part 2. But let's just
circle
wrap
back.
this up. And yeah, man, it's a blessing, man.
So
We're still here. Be good fathers.
Yeah.
And all the men out there, just keep being good fathers, man. If you're not doing your job, there's still time to do it, man. You get me?
And one last thing about that as well is,
Go on.
that's the good thing about the same thing. Our key slogan is probably going to be utilize the people around you, man.
Utilize.
Because for me, even with parenthood, I've got loads of older brothers and sisters that's been where I'm at.
Yeah,
They used to have been 8 and 5 and a baby. So always just learn from the people around you and ask them, how do you deal with this or how do you deal with that? Because that's the way you learn, man. Because without you lot, well, I probably would have been lost, bro. If I'm honest, wrapped.
Facts.
But yeah, man, let's be real. Episode 2, it's a wrap, innit?
Come on, man. Let's go.
Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. It's free as well. Come on, man, don't cost anything. So just tap that like button. Get us in the algorithms. And yeah, man, see you next week.
Stay blessed.
We're out.